Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. My name is Yadira. Today I'm going to give you my thoughts on the Pochette Accessoires. I do have it in two different colors or canvas options, in the Azur and the Ebene print. And I also do have an unboxing to share with you, which I'm actually going to go for that first. It's going to be a little bit awkward to go along with the video actually knowing what the item is already. So based on that, you can probably already guess. But here is the box, and I was able to get the Game On collection bag, so that is awesome. But anyways, here is the piece, and obviously it comes in the dust bag. So I was able to get the Pochette Accessoires in the Monogram print from the store. And a quick side note on this, I wasn't even going for this item. I was gonna go cancel an order and place a different order for another handbag, but whenever I walked up to the counter, someone was actually buying one, so I just decided to ask, and he was like, oh yeah, we have a few. I'm like, what do you mean you have a few? He's like, yeah, do you want one? I'm like, yeah, bring one out. So I got one. He actually brought me the mini Pochette Accessoires as well, and I was kind of debating on which one to get, but because of the price and the size for this one, I'm like, I'm just gonna go for this. Plus I already have two others and I know that it works, so with that I do recommend it. But I'm gonna go through the details because I've had this one the longest. And first, I'm undoing the strap. This is optional. This is something that I got maybe a year and a half after I had purchased the actual Pochette Accessoires first. And the reason why I got it is because I found myself not really reaching for this. I was only dedicating it as a date night bag or a special event kind of handbag, and then one day I'm just like, there's a lot of potential, I'm just gonna use it with a crossbody strap more. So I decided to invest in that. At the time, I got this in 2014 and it was $500. So it was perfect. It was a good size, and the price was just good at the time. So again, I got it in 2014, so I'm showing you the hardware. There is a little bit of wear, and then the zipper looks fine in my opinion. The actual little zipper pull is fine. This little loop has a little bit of wear here at the bottom. Right here there's a little bit of not cracking, but a tiny bit of tear. And then on this side, right here, a little bit. But as far as the actual canvas, the exterior of the bag is in perfect condition. Because I bought the strap, this is hands down my most used handbag. So because it has a little bit of detail already with the wear, I don't mind it. I find that I can go into the Louis Vuitton store and ask them to either replace my zipper, or I don't think I can fix this, because I think at that point in time they'll probably just deem it defective or just kind of say I can't really fix it. I'm just gonna wear this freely, keep enjoying it just as I have. Very quickly, I am currently using this as my handbag. I'm gonna put my phone in here. So obviously I have my phone, I have a 6-ring key holder, and my wallet. I can actually put my sunglasses at the top and I'll still be able to, sunglasses are right there, I'll still be able to close it. So I'm still able to close it, and that's what it looks like. But the zipper is a little bit distorted, so I tend to just keep these 3 items in there. I can't stick something small at the bottom like a hair clip or even a chapstick or lipstick, but really and truly this is pretty much what I use. Or to be even more sincere, this is probably what's always in my bag whenever I use this. My wallet and my cell phone. And there's no car keys because I do keep my car key in here. But oh, I do have a hair clip. But this one's very nice because it has the red interior, true to the Damier Ebene line, and it does have a pocket here. And I do still have the original strap. So this is what it looked like whenever I got it. I don't really use this too much, only whenever I do go out Or what I'll use it for also is whenever I'm going on a trip, like a vacation, I'll loop it in here and I'll clip this to my Neverfull. So I have this as an additional pouch in there, and whenever I'm out in my actual destination, I have two bag options. I have this and I have the Neverfull. So whenever I have it in there, I usually just have like passports and my wallet here, and also the longer strap, not this one, the longer strap just coiled in there, so that, you know, being compact while traveling. But there's that one. I do want to talk about this one. So this one is the second one that I got, and this one is actually a 2017. And I'll quickly go through the handbag just so you kind of can see what wear I've done in those years of owning it. It's pretty much in new condition, to be honest. I don't really use this one. I've used it maybe, I don't know, like 4-5 times. So brand new condition. Basically, the inside is a the light beige color, and it also has a pocket there. So same thing. And then in this one, the Monogram, I am gonna show you very quickly. Obviously, we know it's brand new, but here is the bag, and this one is a 2020. The inside of this one is the brown, very nice, and it has a pocket there. And let me see, comparing the two items, I'm comparing these two because these are the only two that are currently available for purchase from the store. And right off the back, if I'm like just holding it like this, my Azur is much longer, like the actual strap is much longer, and that could be one or two things. It could be just the fact that this one's brand new and it hasn't been stretched more, or two, that maybe with use this does stretch just a tad bit, or three, it's just, you know, the luck of the draw and it was just longer. So again, 2017 and 2020, so they're pretty much the same width. This one seems a little bit bigger, but there's that. And then from the bottom, pretty much the same thing. So these items are actually pretty hard to find. I actually had good luck with all three of them. This one I didn't purchase myself. One of my sister-in-laws, she went on a vacation and she found it in that store, and I had been talking about it, so she remembered me and she asked me if I was still interested, and of course I said yes. And at the time, there was rumors that it was going to be discontinued, like the whole Pochette Accessoires was going to be discontinued as a whole. But I think we kind of just went crazy on that whole idea and didn't really have much more detail. But at the time, I think they were just referring to this one because this one's no longer available for purchase. But either way, I got this one, you know, and I was like, this is it. If I never see the Monogram or have the option of purchasing the Monogram, I'm content. I have a light and a dark version, and I was okay with it. But you know, this one just kind of came into my life as a unicorn. So I, again, just walked into the store not necessarily looking for this item, and it was available, so I went for it. So I don't know, maybe you'll have the same experience, just randomly go into the store and ask for it. I actually got it after Christmas, and even after Christmas they still had a few, so I was shocked myself. You know, it's close to $800 now. Whenever I purchased this one again in December, it was $630. This one, I think I got it for $520 or $525. I can't remember if it was right before the price increase at the time or not. This one I got it for $500. But even with the price increase, because of the versatility and the function and the space that it has, I would say still go for it if you have the option to. Obviously you can get it pre-owned. I would kind of discourage that, just because I've seen it for like $1,300 in the pre-loved market, and that's kind of crazy because you can get a much bigger bag brand new for that much, you know what I mean? So just kind of be aware of all those deals that they have there and whatnot. Don't be too desperate. because even then at $1,300 I would not go for it. I do see this piece probably going into like $940, and then it'll jump into the $1,000 range. But at that point, I think over 1,000 is probably not too worth it. But right now I would say still get it if you have the option. If you do end up finding it pre-owned for a very good deal, but you're kind of thinking about it because it might not be brand new like the actual vachetta, you can take this into Louis Vuitton and say, hey, I want to purchase a new zipper, which will give you a whole new tab, and I want to purchase this. So you can have the bag brand new all over again. So, you know, just kind of weigh your options there. Between this one and the Azur, because these are the only two available for purchase, I would say go for this one unless you really do want this one. And of course, if you only have this one as an option and you really do want to experience the Pochette Accessoires, I would totally advise to do so. With the age that these have been, I'm just going to compare the two. Again, this is 2020, so that's brand new vachetta, and this is 2017. So right there, without additional lighting, you can kind of see the vachetta patina, the difference. So, you know, take it if you want it. I want to be more interested in where pieces are made, so I'm gonna run through mine. So made in Spain, and this one, the brand new one, I don't even know where you're from. Okay, so this one says made in France. You might be able to see it there. And then this one says, this one's made in France. Probably you can see just a little bit, but just take my word for it, it's made in France. I am gonna say I don't really use this one, and I think it's because of the strap maybe. I am going to look for the vachetta equivalent of this one. This is the one that I bought for my Samir Ebene to be able to use it crossbody. The strap at the time, I think it was like $230, $240. So even at that time, like, when was it? So if this was a 2014 and probably a year and a half afterwards, so in 2016ish, let's just say, even in 2016 with these two, I was already at like 950 or 800 and something after taxes with these two, and I'm still happy with it. So if you are able to get this at the current price, you're gonna be just as happy. Just take my word for it, you're gonna be happy. I'm gonna give you the basics, which I probably should have started with this at the beginning, but you know, just overly excited. So the measurement is 9.3 in length, and this is in inches, 5.3 in height, and then the width here is 1.6. It's true for all of them. This is a new model. I know before, whenever they introduced this up into I think like 2013, they had the older version, which is a tad bit smaller with a shorter strap, and then they introduced a new model, but it's the same thing. So I'm just gonna give you the comparisons. So obviously brown, light, and red. So this is my most used handbag, and I would 100% recommend it. There isn't too many options that would replace this one in my opinion. They do have the Pochette Felici, but that handbag, let me just pull it up here. That handbag is already over $1,000, and it comes with a card holder and a zip compartments. But with those two in there, imagine putting all your stuff already in there plus your cell phone, and I'm imagining you need a key for your car. I don't know how much more spacing it's gonna give or provide to you. So again, another reason why this is more better, but it is an option, and that one does come with a chain strap already, so you don't have to worry about patina and whatnot. So that's a plus there. Another handbag that has this option is a Pochette Accessoires, but then you're looking at already $2,000. So at $2,000, even though that's a very versatile piece, I wouldn't recommend it. I had asked for this bag in like September, I think, and she was like, nope, we don't have it, but we do have the Pochette Accessoires. And she said that the medium compartment, which is very comparable to this one, is actually the same length, and it's the same exact same thing. It's just you know, it doesn't have the strap. A plus that that version has over this one is that it doesn't have this little vachetta right here, and then of course you already have a different strap option, but it does have a vachetta portion right here. So, you know, I decided not to, because I'm like, if I only want this one, am I really gonna use the mini plus the circular option that it gives you, like the round coin purse? I'm like, no, probably not. And yes, I could have used this strap with other of my handbags, but I don't know. I just didn't feel like I should jump into $2,000 just because I wanted this. You know what I mean? Like, I see a lot of people, they buy that and they sell off the pieces, and you know, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to go through that hassle. So I'm like, okay, just give it up. The Monogram's not for you. But it's a very beautiful piece. It's a timeless silhouette. This style of handbag is like the most iconic style that you could ever get. It's been around for many decades, and even today it's still something highly sought after. It's very versatile. You can use it as an actual compartment for organization inside your handbags, as Louis Vuitton does characterize this as a small leather good, or you can use it as a handbag, because obviously this whole image right here resembles a handbag. You can use this as a clutch. You can use this for, you know, anything. But very quickly, one of the differences I am seeing is the hardware. So this one's shiny, this one's shiny, and this one's matte. And even with that, you know what, guys, I don't mind. I actually think the matte hardware might be fine. It won't show fingerprints or scratches as the other one, and I probably think that's probably why they opted for matte. But the little clasp right here is shiny gold, and this is not. I don't mind. I have a Speedy that actually I got from France, the actual Louis Vuitton store in France, and the hardware even there directly from them, it doesn't match. So I'm perfectly fine with this. Not gonna complain there at all. So this is it. This is my Pochette Accessoires, my little trifecta. And just a side note, I don't see myself getting trifectas of anything. I just think this is very, you know, it's very unisex for one thing. You can use it for any occasion. They pair very well with a lot of outfits. This is just a handy piece to have, and something you can pass down if you want, and you can use it for special occasions or every day, like I have this one. You know, it's really up to you. The amount of value that these can bring to your collections is pretty much endless and skyrockets. It's basically all my thoughts. I didn't really do too much more, just because there's a lot of videos on this already on YouTube, and you probably already seen many before this one. But with small quality differences and the price increases that they do have, I do think it's still worth it. I would 100% recommend it, and even at the 2020 prices, I would still do it. Like I said, I was already pretty much at the current retail with this one after I purchased the strap, so I was happy, and I still am happy today. Let me know down below if you have any questions or comments. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day with me, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.